Welcome back guys to another gunfight strategy video.
Gunfight!
Today we're going to be looking at the map Docks. If you haven't checked out my video on Stack, make sure you go check that out. Link will be at the end of the video, and also subscribe. I will be doing more maps as well as another gunfight overview video, which will be definitely worth your time. Alright, so firstly, Docks. I'm going to go over the map itself before heading into the loadouts that you might get and how to play with those playstyles and loadouts. Finally, strategies, and at the end I'm going to give you guys some set plays that you can screenshot, share around with your friends so you all are on the same page and you can execute those wins quickly. 6-0, let's go. Alright, firstly, the map overview. Docks is a map that is actually one of the most complex for any of the gunfight maps, and it has a lot of intuition behind it as well as a lot of choke points. So it's important that you hone in on what type of player you are. It facilitates to both people who can shoot straight and get those kills, and it also complements those players who maybe need a bit of strategy to be able to get those picks, get up behind people. It facilitates to both, so make sure you play to your advantages and you're aware of what your opponent's advantages and strengths are. This map does not have a very heavy reliance on team plays. You don't have to move together as you do on King. In fact, you're supposed to go opposite ways and you get the map control. The most important part is for one player to get a pick and ensure that the other player is covering the cross. Few tips: it's important to keep the nades and stuns for when you need to move on forward through the map. Keep that utility because there's a lot of choke points in this map. Second one, go opposite ways, left and right off spawn. It can be hard to keep map control when a player has the ability to move right through the map, so it's important that each player is doing their part on their side of the map. Sound is key on this map. There are multiple stories on these choke points, and the map is one of those ones where there's a lot of loud sounds, as in the wood, etc. And it's very key to know exactly where they are, and that can help you get the pick or know if you can move through a choke point or not. The flag cap point in Docks is pretty okay. It's not great, it's not horrible. You can definitely get flag caps in this map. It's about knowing the opponent's psychology, that's the main part. Make sure you tune around to the loadouts part, that's where I'll cover that. In saying that, let's head over to the loadout section. Firstly, snipers. If you can get up behind on this ledge, you have a great line of sight down that maybe the other team doesn't know about. You can definitely get those picks off the start. Also, if you're on this side of the map, make sure you use these barrels. You can look over to the black van, and if someone has a late push to one of their sides, you can definitely get this pick. Just remember not to stay there too long, as it's a place that lots of nades and stuns can come in and you're pretty much trapped. The next one is to use the head glitch that looks up through the window into the building. Just make sure your teammate is alert to any people crossing under the archway, as you're absolutely exposed on that left or right side. Moving on to ARs and long range SMGs now, and LMGs. Don't contest the same sniper spots we just spoke about unless you want to use the barrel spot. However, again, it's a trap for nades and stuns. Get your opponent a kill and then move. Stairs is a strong point for both sides of the map. Pretty much every round I suggest using those stairs. Also, a lot of this map is bullet penetrable, so do not be afraid to put some shots down when they go behind cover, whether it's the wood, it's the metal in the buildings, or the glass. It's a chance for you to take some shots at them without seeing them, of course, and they can't see you. Moving on to shotguns now. Along with what I said earlier regarding sound usage in the map has a lot of choke points through doors, etc., which is just a shotgun's paradise. My best suggestion is to use that to your advantage, or do some slide cancels and pre-fire through those doors, and also keep your utility on you. Quick little tip on utility as well. You can use these fans on the map to lob your utility through, so if they're camping at the back on the wood, you can take them out, as well as in the building as well. You can use it to get in the building and either do some damage or stun them and move forward into. In a flag cap situation, be mobile and listen out to the enemy. Do not just hit the floor, hit the deck. Opponent's psychology for this flag capture situation is for them to essentially rush from any angle, so it's important that you keep an ear out. Don't hit the deck because you'll get one shot headshot. Make sure you move around and use these archways as a bit of a cat and mouse. Maybe catch them when they're doing a tactical sprint. It is a winnable flag cap for sure. Moving on to SMGs, move quickly, get a pick, and then keep moving. It's a spot where if you get caught up, you can definitely get taken out from a second angle. Be agile and play smart. As I said in my video on Stack, my philosophy is it's not sort of worth getting those health picks at the start that don't really do much. I'd much rather get the position, get the timing right to get into a position where I can get the actual kill. Alright ladies and gentlemen, here comes the strategy part of the video. Regardless of what side you're on, one should always go stairs. It's an excellent head glitch. You can look across the map and once you can either get some shots down or they disappear inside the window, you leave it up to your teammate and you worry about your person. Keep in mind that these stone stairs are slightly superior than the wooden ones, and you can just head glitch that, worry about that in your side. Once they go over, GG. It is important to maintain map control on docks. I don't suggest you worrying about going up the same side as each other. Instead, maintain map control by spreading your left and right sides. And it only turns bad on this map if someone can push through to the other side of the map and you get shot from forward and back at the same time. So I really suggest someone going left and someone going right and you maintaining that strategy. In regard to the underground of the map, it isn't a great use if you're versing competent players. There's a lot of lighting on the open parts which make it very easy to spot players. The enclosed parts have you crouched, making it very easy for opponents to get headshots on you, and it restricts your mobility. As soon as any utility comes down there with you, you're pretty much gone. So I personally suggest against going underground. Flag capping in this map is pretty fair. As I spoke about in the loadout section, opponent psychology has them normally positioned at the back of the map for ARs and snipers, as well as LMGs, whereas shotguns, SMGs, and pistols, you can usually expect them to charge out of essentially any angle, but when it comes to it, as long as you have your hearing out and you can move around, maybe get the jump on them off a tactical sprint, it's worth it. Next, I really suggest holding onto your stuns and nades. Unlike ping, nades and tacticals should be held onto and used to breach the choke points in the map, and hearing out to know where they are so you can use the stun knowing that you're going to get them is definitely worthwhile. Alright, now I'm going to move on and I'm going to show you a few set plays. Feel free to screen capture any of these that you want, distribute them with your friends so you can dominate docks. This is how you win docks. If you can take away 2 points from this video, it's maintain map control by going left and right and reserving those utilities for when you need them to get through choke points, and so when you know exactly where they are. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Go check out my video on King. Subscribe because I definitely have more videos in the works right now for Gunfight as well as a few others. So cheers for watching. Peace.